You go to work, you get paid, but your bank balance still feels stuck on the same number. Every month you promise this will be the time you finally get serious with money, then nothing really changes. You are not lazy or stupid. You are just running habits that quietly pull your money away from you. In this video, we will break down 5 money habits that keep people broke in their 20s, even when they work hard. These habits feel normal because most people around you do the same things and no one questions them deeply. If you recognize yourself in any habit, do not panic. See it as a chance to write new rules for yourself. Listen until the end, then pick one habit to change first instead of trying to fix your whole life in a week. Money habit number 1 is lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep means every time your income rises, your spending quietly rises to match it. You get a raise and suddenly your food orders, nights out, and gadgets all move one step higher. At first it feels fun and deserved. After a few months your bank balance feels exactly like before. The problem is not enjoying life. The problem is that your basic monthly costs keep climbing. Soon your new paycheck is eaten the same way your old paycheck was, and you still have no real buffer. Friends will tell you that you deserve nice things and you only live once, so spend the money. But wealth does not come from income alone. It comes from the gap between what you earn and what you keep. If every raise instantly becomes better stuff and better rent, that gap never appears and wealth never begins. A simple rule beats lifestyle creep. When your pay increases, keep your lifestyle the same for a while and save the gap. Use that extra room to clear debt, build an emergency fund, and start investing, then upgrade slowly from a safe base. Money habit number 2 is having no emergency buffer. Many people in their 20s live one surprise bill away from panic because they have almost no cash set aside. A flat tire, a broken phone, or 1 month without work can push everything into crisis very quickly. Without a buffer, every problem becomes an emergency, and most emergencies get solved with new debt or borrowed help. Your brain cannot think long-term when it is always putting out fires. You stay stuck in survival mode. An emergency fund is boring, but it is the safety net that makes every other smart money move possible. Even a first goal like $1,000 or 1 month of expenses gives you breathing room and confidence. From there, you slowly build toward 3 to 6 months of expenses, so small problems do not destroy your plans. Without that buffer, any attempt to invest or start a side hustle can collapse the moment life throws you something small. Money habit number 3 is using bad debt for lifestyle instead of good debt for building assets. Bad debt is money you borrow to buy things that drop in value or only give short bursts of pleasure. This looks like clothes on credit, weekend trips on cards, or phones on payment plans when you already feel tight. You pull future income into the present, then future you works just to pay for choices that already faded. Minimum payments look small, so you ignore the total interest, and the chain quietly tightens around your paycheck. Good debt is different. It is used to buy something that can produce income or grow faster than the interest you pay. Examples are a sensible education that truly raises your earning power or equipment for a business that already earns. Most 20-somethings do not use debt this way. Their debt is consumer debt that gave them a lifestyle they had not earned. If you keep using debt for lifestyle, every raise will feel like air that disappears into old payments, not new freedom. Escaping bad debt starts with one hard rule. Stop adding new lifestyle purchases on credit, even if everyone else still does it. Then list your debts, sort them by interest rate, and attack the most expensive one with every extra pound or dollar. Money habit number 4 is not building any valuable skills beyond what your current job demands. You show up, do your tasks, get your salary, then spend the rest of your time scrolling and distracting yourself. Years pass and your income stays almost the same because the world does not pay more for the same skill level. In a fast-changing economy, your real asset is not your job title. Your real asset is your ability to create value. High-value skills include sales, copywriting, coding, design, data analysis, video editing, marketing, and real leadership. Most of these can be learned without a degree, through online courses, books, practice projects, and helping small clients. When you refuse to learn anything new, you choose a future where your earning power stays flat while prices keep rising. On the other hand, one strong skill, built with focus for 2 or 3 years, can multiply the value of every hour you work. A useful rule is to treat skill building like a small second job for a season of your life. Even one focused hour each weekday evening can separate your future income from people who only relax after work. Money habit number 5 is never becoming an owner and living only as a consumer. You get paid and almost every pound or dollar goes to things that disappear quickly like rent, food out, and entertainment. There is nothing wrong with those by themselves, but none of them belong to you or grow your net worth. Meanwhile, assets work quietly in the background for people who decided to own things instead of only using them. Assets can be simple. They include shares of strong companies, pieces of rental property, or your own small online brand. When you own assets, money starts to flow to you from things that keep working even while you sleep or rest. Most people never reach this stage because lifestyle creep, lack of savings, and bad debt eat the money before it can buy assets. They keep waiting for extra money to invest, but extra never appears because every raise becomes new spending automatically. A realistic first step is very small. Decide that a tiny percentage of every paycheck is set aside to buy ownership. The exact amount does not matter at the start. The important shift is that you begin to behave like an owner on purpose. So what should you do with these 5 habits in your 20s? First, do not try to fix everything at once, because that leads to burnout and then back to the old pattern. Choose the single habit that is hurting you the most right now and give that area 3 months of focused effort. Maybe that means freezing lifestyle upgrades until you build a starter emergency fund and cut up one expensive credit card. Maybe it means picking one valuable skill and putting 30 honest minutes into it every day after work. Maybe it means setting up an automatic transfer on payday so a small slice of income goes into an investment account. Second, fix your environment, not just your willpower. Spend more time around people and content that treat good money habits as normal. If everyone near you is broke and careless with money, staying different will always feel strange and exhausting. When your environment changes, discipline becomes easier because you move with the current instead of against it. Finally, be patient. Money is slow at the beginning and faster later, just like a heavy wheel that takes time to start spinning. If you respect these 5 habits enough to change them early, your 30s and 40s will feel very different from your parents. Before we finish, let me give you a simple 30-day money reset you can actually follow. Think of it as a short challenge, not forever, just 30 days that can change your direction with money. For the first 7 days, your only job is to track every pound or dollar you spend. Do not judge yourself. Do not try to be perfect. Just write down where the money actually goes. By the end of week 1, you will see your real habits on paper instead of only in your head. That clarity hurts a little, but it gives you power because you finally know what is really happening. In week 2, choose one expense that is clearly not helping your life and cut it or shrink it. Maybe that is random food delivery, a subscription you forgot about, or nights out that do not even feel fun. Take the money you free up and move it into a tiny emergency buffer, even if it is only a few notes. You are training yourself to send money towards safety instead of toward impulse. In week 3, look at your debts and pick one to focus on. Ignore everything else and throw every spare coin at that single target for 7 days. You probably will not clear it in 1 week, but you will feel what it is like to attack the problem on purpose. In week 4, give 30 minutes a day to building one useful skill or to learning about simple investing. Read, watch, or practice something that raises your earning power or helps you understand assets, not just spending. At the end of 30 days, you will not be rich, but you will be a different person around money. You will have more awareness, a small buffer, a clear debt target, and the beginning of a new skill or asset habit. From that position, it becomes much easier to repeat the same cycle and stack progress month after month. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Empire and Money for more clear, no-nonsense breakdowns about building your own financial empire.